What's a car to you? Freedom, thrill, power? That's the question I kept asking myself while working on a commercial for the Nissan Z. And hey, if we haven't met yet, I'm Dmitro. I've been a sound designer for over 8 years, working on films and shows that have been nominated for an Emmy and an Oscar. In this video, I will break down why understanding the world of the story and your hero's motivation is key to making powerful sound design. I will also share 3 sound hacks that will instantly level up your ad. Stick around till the end and you will hear the final version of my full sound mix. One morning, I got an email. A stranger wrote,
"I just shot a commercial for the Nissan Z. I need sound design for the director's cut. The sound should carry the idea.
Life is made of moments.
Choose the ones that matter."
I'd been waiting for a chance to work on a car commercial, and this felt like the perfect one. I started thinking about the sound concept. The video had 2 beautiful but totally different poles, and eventually they had to collide. That's what the sound had to really capture. On one side, a peaceful world of majestic nature, so still and quiet it almost rings in your ears. On the other, the raw, aggressive world of the car. Finally, the engine roars and slices through the silence. That's the climax of the driving pleasure, and we had to hear that from the driver's point of view. Because when you are behind the wheel of something this incredible, pushing it to the limit, your senses are sharpened. Every sound hits deeper, louder, richer. The client loves the idea, and just like that, the work began. Even though I've spent a lot of time working on films, this car commercial pushed me out of my comfort zone. It turned out much trickier than I expected. I approached it the way I always do in cinema, carefully working on every tiny detail. But every time I listened to that scene, something just didn't sit right. It was clean and it seemed to be on point, but it didn't breathe. It was more of a technical sketch than something you could actually feel. That stayed with me until I decided to share a draft with a few of my colleagues, just to get a feedback from someone with a clear head. Everyone needs another opinion every once in a while. If you'd like me to be that second pair of ears and give your video a free sound check, there is a form in the description. After talking to my sound friends and watching tons of car ads on YouTube, I finally found a direction that made sense. These 3 sound hacks completely turned things around. Number 1. Every sound is a word. If you want those detailed, expressive car sounds to feel like music, you need to give them space. This is how it sounds without pauses. And now with pauses. Don't be afraid to add pauses, because it's not just about having the richest sound possible by blending one sound into the other, it's about rhythm. Like commas in a sentence, each sound needs a moment to land. Hack number 2. The growl of the beast. When you start the engine, it shouldn't just sound like a car, it has to roar. Even the most powerful engine sometimes needs a little extra aggression. That's why I layered in the growl of a real animal. The key is matching the pitch, speed and energy so it blends right in. This is how it sounds with just the car engine. And now with the roar. You won't notice it directly, but it for sure hits harder. Hack number 3. Hyperspeed. The car slices through the air at the speed that feels almost unreal. To capture that feeling, I used sci-fi whoosh effects. They mimic what air might sound like at near hypersonic velocity. This is how regular whooshes sound. And now with additional sci-fi effects. Keep the ka sound leading up front, with the whoosh effects layered underneath just enough to add depth. There was also one more thing, a more technical move that made a big difference. After I applied it, the sound had that rich, powerful feel I'd only ever heard in Tobia studio work. If you are curious what it was, I put together a short guide in the description. Feel free to try it yourself. And finally, after all the back and forth and the creative digging, here is how it all came together. I really enjoyed diving in this 1-minute beautiful world and building the sound around it. Hope some of the hacks I shared come in handy for your own projects. Feel free to try them out and hopefully you will hear how your ads start to sound better. Don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment about the sound hacks you have discovered in your own creative journey. And if you enjoyed this video, I've got another one where I break down 7 sound tricks used in movies to turn up the emotional impact of a scene. See you in the next one.